Y'all, I am frustrated because my Wi-Fi is not working and I was gonna play SpongeBob in the background so that I can go to sleep tonight, and now I can't play anything in the background to go to sleep tonight. Anyways though, what's up y'all? I'm Tasia. If you don't know, now you know, and you are now rocking with Tasia Chard'e. It is day 2 of Vlogtober. I keep about to say Vlogmas. It's not Vlogmas, it's Vlogtober. And it's day 2. For day 2, I decided to tell y'all a scary story time. I really wanted to do this earlier in the day, like when it was daylight, because now it's 7:56, so it's dark outside. But I had homework to do and it was taking me forever. And here we are. Now I'm about to tell a scary story in the dark and can't watch cartoons before I go to bed. I'm actually petrified to tell this story because, like, it was really scary. But today's story time is about the time I had sleep paralysis. Let me just say, I don't wish that on nobody. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. I don't wish that on anybody, because I was scared for my life. But y'all, I did it to myself, and let me tell you how. This was back in like high school, 9th or 10th grade. I had like a thing for watching like paranormal videos, like scary stories, documentaries about murder, just all around spooky stuff. That's what I was into. Like that, I don't know, like when I would go on YouTube, I would type in like scary stalker story times and like watch the scariest stuff that would make me scared to go to sleep, and then complain that I'm scared to go to sleep. That's what I would do. I was subscribing to this one girl who did story times all the time, and she had like a story time about the time she had sleep paralysis, and that was the first time I ever heard about sleep paralysis. So when she telling this story time, I'm like, she lying. She got all these views, these likes, and these comments off of lies, because I just never experienced that, so I just didn't think that it was real. So me being me, I'm gonna do my research. I do my homework. So I was really like Googling sleep paralysis, like, is it real? Like, how does that occur? Like, just reading into it when I really should not have. Like, I should have just minded my black business. I was really heavy into watching like videos about sleep paralysis around the time that it happened to me. So that's why I say I really did it to myself. At this time, I was dating this boy, and he will always tell me, you need to stop watching those videos because all you do is scare yourself. And I'm like, I know, but like, they're just so interesting. So that, y'all, just keep that in mind. One night, I had fell asleep on the phone with my boyfriend at the time, and I was actually in the room with my sisters, my little sisters, Muffin and Yaya was there. I don't know if I fell asleep before they fell asleep or they fell asleep before me, but I know we was all in the room knocked out. Me personally, if anybody knows Tasia, I sleep like a baby. I sleep on my stomach, and it's been that way for as long as I can remember. I can't sleep on my side. I never sleep on my back. I feel like sleeping on your back, like you're just ready to go in the coffin. Like all you need is some flowers. Like, I'm not doing that. I sleep on my stomach. It's more comfortable that way. Like, I literally cannot get comfortable to fall asleep until I turn over and lay on my stomach and pull the covers up to my earlobes. That's when I can go to sleep. I know a lot of people who say that when they have sleep paralysis, it happens when they fall asleep on their back. I didn't fall asleep on my back because I cannot fall asleep on my back. It just doesn't happen. Like, I can, but it's very rare. Like, I would have to be drop dead tired. You had to have me in the slave field for 12 hours plus in 90-degree weather for me to go home and sleep on my back. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Oh, I know how I fell asleep when I like realized I was in sleep paralysis, because I want to say when I woke up, but I guess I wasn't really awake. I just was in sleep paralysis. So when I noticed that I was in sleep paralysis, I had woke up, I guess, and I noticed that I was laying on my back and the covers was all the way off of me. Like, they wasn't down here, they wasn't by my ankles, the covers was gone. So you know how you do that thing in your sleep where you roll over and you pull the covers. Where my cover at? I went to do one of these and I couldn't. Okay, for one, I couldn't grab the cover. For two, I could not turn. So immediately I start panicking because I already knew what it was. I've been watching these videos. I've been researching sleep paralysis. As soon as I couldn't move, I knew what it was. And I started panicking, even though I know they say panicking don't really help you none. I panicked. So I'm like, this is odd. Like, this is weird. I can't move. So the first thing I remember after trying to like turn and grab the covers is opening my eyes. I'm like, like, how come I can't move? Like, is somebody holding me down? Like, my sister's sitting on me, they playing a prank. So I'm looking around and the room is dark. I don't remember seeing my phone when I was in the sleep paralysis, which was weird. And I don't remember seeing my sisters. I remember looking around the room and it was just pitch black dark. And this where it gets a little funky. So y'all really got to stay with me. Just stay with me. When I open my eyes, I look to my right where my sisters was. Couldn't see them, pitch black dark. So I looked over to my left, which would be like where the wall was by the bed where I was laying. So I look over to the left towards the wall, and like laying down next to me in the bed is like, the best way I can describe it is y'all out there with black mamas, black parents, y'all know the mannequins that y'all parents have, and they put the wig on the mannequin, the all white mannequin, don't got no face, no eyeballs, no nothing. Literally, that's the best way I can describe it. It was like an all white face, well, all white head. It didn't really have any facial features, but it was just like an all white head. And instead of having one head, it had three, okay? So imagine a mannequin with three heads, no face, laying down next to you in bed, and you can't move. Panicking is not the word. I died and came back to life in that moment. That is what happened, because I've never seen nothing like that in my life. And it was laying next to me. Like, if we wanted to, we could kiss, because that's how close it was to my face. So now I'm really tripping. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. After I saw like the little mannequin head thing or whatever, that's when I was like, this is not fun or cute anymore. Like, where's my sister? So I'm screaming, Muffin, Yaya, hello, help me, like, help, Muffin, Yaya. And obviously, like, no sound is coming out. Like, I can almost feel, like, you know when you yelling and you mad, you was hot, so your voice go up. I can feel like me screaming. I can feel it in my throat, but there is no sound. Like, I'm screaming with everything in me, but it's like somebody pressed my mute button, because I couldn't hear me, but I know I was yelling with everything in me. I'm like, okay, like, let me try to bring it back, you know, not panic, breathe, and try to think. So I remember from watching all those videos and doing all that research about sleep paralysis, I remember people saying, you can't move, you can't get up, but you can wiggle your fingers or like wiggle your toes. So that's what I did. I was like wiggling my fingertips and like wiggling my toes while I'm like laying there next to this mannequin thing. And I'm like, just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Y'all, I was still not waking up. Like, I was still in this like paralysis. So then it just starts to get worse. Like, poor little old 9th grade, 10th grade me, because I was so scared. Like, as if seeing the little 3-headed mannequin was not enough. Y'all, this next part, I'm not gonna cry, but it makes me want to cry when I think about it, because when I was telling like my friends and my boyfriend at the time, even my sisters, about what happened, they would always laugh at this part, and I didn't see what the joke was, because genuinely I was scared. Like, when I hear myself tell the story, I'm like, okay, it probably sounds unbelievable and that's why they laughing. But y'all, it petrified me. After I see the little mannequin or whatever, I get to trying to scream for my sisters. They obviously can't hear me because I can't hear myself, so I get to wiggling my fingers and my toes. And when that doesn't work, I'm really at a loss. Like, I don't know what to do. The next thing I know, guys, so y'all have to keep in mind, I wish I could draw y'all a picture. I wish I could draw y'all a picture, because it just doesn't sound like it's making sense the way I'm explaining it, and I'm not good at explaining myself. Y'all have to remember, now I'm laying on my back, okay? So I'm laying on my back, and my right side, my leg is grabbed, okay, by something. I can't say a person, I can't say a shadow, because I couldn't see anything. It was pitch black, dark in the room. A force, that's all I could say. It's like a force grabbed my leg, like my right leg, and it started dragging me off the bed, y'all. I can't make this up. Like, it was dragging me off the bed. Like, you know how you be playing around with your cousins or your siblings or whatever, and you sitting down on the bed minding your business, and they go and grab your leg and pull you off the bed, but they don't let you hit the floor. They just yank you to the edge of the bed, kind of to scare you. That is what was happening. But like, it felt like it was literally happening in slow motion. Like, that is what it felt like, because I felt the sensation of my leg being gripped, and then I just felt me sliding off the bed. And like I said, I couldn't move. It's not like I could grab a sheet or a pillow or anything. I'm just being dragged. It's so hard to explain, but I'm laying on my back. Something grabs my right leg and it starts pulling me off the bed. So I'm laying there literally like this, panicking, can't move, wiggling my fingers and my little toes, and I'm being dragged off the bed. So, it's so hard to explain. Basically, it was pulling me off the bed to the point where both of my legs and like probably this much of my body down was on the floor, like off the bed. And so I'm thinking that I'm gonna just get yanked off the bed and like crack the back of my skull on the floor. That's what I was thinking was about to happen, because I couldn't stop myself from coming off the bed. It was so weird, y'all. It was like something out of a movie. As soon as whatever it was pulling me, and it was pulling me closer and closer to the point where I was fully off the bed, it seems like right before my body hit the floor, I like snapped back to reality, and I was laying back down under the cover on my stomach, covers pulled up to my earlobes, and I look around. My sisters are still asleep on the other side of the room, and I look on my other side to my phone, and my ex-boyfriend's still on the phone playing PS4, and I'm like, it's no way none of them heard that happen. So the first thing I do is I grab my phone and I'm grilling this man. Hello, like, you didn't hear me dying on the phone, like it was yanking me on the floor. You didn't see the mannequin with 3 heads. And he's just like, no, like, I've been up the whole time. You fell asleep on me, and I thought you were just sleeping peacefully the whole time. I was fighting for my life. And my sisters, they were still asleep, so I didn't wake them up, but I was very genuinely concerned. Like, they didn't hear any of that screaming or like the sound of me sliding off the bed. They didn't hear none of that. But learning more and more and more about sleep paralysis, to them, it probably looked like I was just laying down in the bed perfectly fine. But in my mind, I was about to die. I thought I was going to die that night. My mom at the time, she had worked late shifts or overnight shifts, something. So when I had woke up, I was like, I'm staying up until my mom get home, till she get off work. I'm not going back to sleep. And when she came in, she got off work, I told her what happened, and she was like, dang, like, she was like, are you okay? Like, she was telling me, like, the way my grandma and my mom's side of the family, when I say my grandma, I'm referring to my grandma on my dad's side. The way she and my mom put it is like a witch riding your back. That's kind of how they explain sleep paralysis. But that's basically what she told me. Like, it's just like a witch riding your back. It's like a spirit type of thing. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not going back to sleep, Mom, but I'm glad you're here so I could watch you sleep. And that's what I did, y'all. I watched my mom sleep because I didn't sleep. Yes, y'all, that is the time I had sleep paralysis, and I was so scared for my life. Like, after that, I definitely wrapped up watching paranormal activities on YouTube. I started to pray and rebuke a lot more after that. And thank God, knock on something, after that, it hasn't ever happened again. Let's pray that it don't, because I don't have time for that. And I also have to go to bed in a few hours. So, yeah, y'all, I'm actually scared that I even told y'all this story, because now I have to go to bed. No SpongeBob. Nah, yo, that's scary. Like, whew. But this is the end of the story time. Definitely drop a comment and let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've ever experienced sleep paralysis or anything similar to that. Do y'all want to know something I found out though? This was like years after this whole sleep paralysis thing happened, but I was watching TikToks one time and I came across this girl's video, and she was basically saying how like she has sleep paralysis a lot, but it's to the point where she can control what she sees or what goes on when she falls into sleep paralysis. And basically she was like, it's just a mind thing. Like if you learn to control it and learn to embrace it and not be scared of it, it can actually be like kind of a really cool thing. Because she said in one of her sleep paralysis, like she fell asleep, and when she woke up in sleep paralysis, Chris Brown was there and he was dancing and there was butterflies all around him, and it was cool. And then she woke up and, you know, she wasn't petrified for her life like me. So I was like, that's crazy. But after I seen the TikTok, I definitely kept scrolling. I don't need to know anything else. You know, in the comments what y'all thoughts are on sleep paralysis and paranormal activities and spirits and stuff like that. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. If y'all haven't watched yesterday's video, my intro to Vlogtober, make sure y'all check that out. Stay safe, stay spooky, and stay prayed up, please. I love you guys. I will see y'all tomorrow. Tasia is out.